Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Allan McCoy. I'm a saxophonist and musician of Belize City, here to explain to you the rules and guidelines that will come into effect on January the 1st of 2026, and I hope everyone will understand the changes that will come into effect. So here we go. As of January 1st, 2026, there will be some new changes with some rules and guidelines based on my performances which will be put in place. Starting with number 1, pricing details. Section 1A. Pricing details will only be obtained to you via emails or text message on direct line or WhatsApp or Messenger. Discussion on pricing details over the phone will be discontinued on the said date mentioned above. Section 1B. Pricing details cannot be shared to the general public and it cannot be posted on any social media platform. So, this is what's going to happen. Whenever you ask me for pricing details on how much I charge for the hour of doing live saxophone performances, I could send them to you via text on Messenger or WhatsApp. Discussing pricing details over the phone call will be discontinued. So it's best I send you the estimate via private message. Section 2. Payment method. Once a performance is held in Belize City, you can make the payment when the musician is finished with the performance, either cash in hand or online banking transfer. Section 2B. Once the performance is held out district, then you are required to deposit 50% of the amount which has been quoted to you ahead of the date of event. The next half of the balance must be paid immediately after the performance. The 50% deposit is non-refundable. Section 2C. If you are unable to make the payment for the remaining balance, then you will be given an invoice where the balance was due within 7 days on the date of the performance to settle this balance. After 7 days, you'll be charged an additional $5 per day every day for the balances remain unpaid. After 30 days, you'll be summoned to appear at the number 8 Magistrates Court located on North Front Street in Belize City. As kind of note, if you don't show up to court in 30 days, please remember a bench warrant will be issued to you once you don't show up to the number 8 Magistrates Court. Section 2D. Payment can be made on cash in hand, a check, or online banking transfer to Allan McCoy, Atlantic Bank. Account number is 211-230-032. Once you make that deposit, you send that proof of payment via WhatsApp at 611-5192. That's 611-5192. Section 3. Performances in public and private events. Before the musician performs, he starts off with a pre-recorded introduction statement. After the statement being played, he introduces himself to you people, starts off with a live performance in your area. While the musician is performing, please do not come near him regarding volume adjustments, because this can lead to a serious interruption as well as having the musician losing ability to perform and will have the performance being forfeited and cancelled. While the musician is taking a quick water break, an advertisement break is a must, because this will give you details on how you guys can reach a musician for future bookings. Lack of advertising in both public or private events can result in losing of sales and cancellation if sales does not boost up. The musician have a right to display a tip jar when necessary. When supporters or patrons are seeing the musician performing at either a restaurant or resort or anywhere where they're located, you can drop any donations of any amount because all the proceeds go to the musician himself. The musician will not be able to accept any phone calls or text messages while performing. When the performances are done, the musician will call you thereafter or will respond to your text messages. Whenever the musician signs off from the performance, he will give you details based on how you can reach him on future bookings for the last time. Thereafter, he states his name, thanks the restaurant and other companies for having him providing live saxophone music to you and your family, and wish everyone love, peace, and soul. Section 4. Transportation costs. Once you have an event in Belize City, the musician will not be charging for transportation. Section 4B. Once you have an event outside of Belize City, the musician will charge for transportation costs. And it goes as follows. Villages in Belize District, $60. Orange Walk and Cairo District, $120. Stanquick District, $150. Corvador District, $175. And Toledo District, $250. Once you have an event in San Pedro or Key Cocker, the musician will quote you for the following items. They will quote you for one round-trip ticket via Tropic Air or Maya Island Air, one golf cart to move around those two islands, a contribution of $60 to cover for taxi once you're unable to provide a golf cart. Please note that water taxi rides will be discontinued effective January 1st, 2026. Hotel accommodation. Number 5. Hotel accommodation is a must. When the musician is finished with a performance at an event out district, the customer should provide a hotel room or a place to stay so the musician can spend the night there. The musician will not be able to drive back at his home on late nights because of repeated traffic accidents happening with some reckless drivers not respecting the road at all. If you are unable to provide a hotel room or a place to stay for the musician, then you will be required to pay the musician an extra fee of $150 so he can find a hotel room or a place to stay for the night. If you are unable to pay the $150 for the musician to find a place to stay or cannot be able to provide a hotel accommodation, then all future performances will be discontinued and all shows will be cancelled. Musical booking clinic. Whenever the musician conducts a musical booking clinic in Belize City, at either a night market, a business expo, or even a pop-up shop, the musician will not charge for any transportation. Whenever the musician conducts a musical booking clinic outside of Belize City, such as Belmopan Night Market, Wonderland Belize Moonlight Market, Market on the Go events, or any other pop-up markets, the event organizers should tip the musician with a small stipend to cover for his transportation costs and for a place to stay. The musician should leave his hometown Belize City at 9 a.m. in the morning so he could set up his booth at Belmopan Night Market because of rules and guidelines have been changed by the Belmopan City Council. Leaving his hometown on the day of night market will make him get a booth early on a first come, first served basis. After 2 p.m., streets will be blocked off. The supervisors and other employees of the Belmopan City Council will not be able to let you set your tent up. And that will result in all the registration, the payment, and the booth being null and voided. So to avoid all of this, make sure that the tent is set up early between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Departure from out district to Belize City on weekends. If a pop-up shop or day market or restaurant performance held outside of Belize City in the daytime on weekends, just note that the musician will leave 2 o'clock in the afternoon or sometimes 3 o'clock in the afternoon so the musician can make it back to Belize City either for a next performance or to go home and relax his brains, his mind and soul. If a pop-up shop, expo fair or night market, or a restaurant performance or a private event held at night, the musician will stay at the destination for the night until sunrise. The musician will leave that destination of where he's performing on weekends at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is 10 a.m., or sometimes 10:30 a.m. after the results of the Sunday lottery draw on Sundays. 6 a.m. on Monday to Fridays, so the musician can make it back for work. 6 a.m. on Saturdays for extra work. And lastly, Sundays and holidays at 6 a.m. only for emergency purposes only. Performing on public and bank holidays. If you are planning an event which is either public or private on a public and bank holiday, the musician will charge extras per hour as stated in Section 1, along with a transportation fee, depending on your location. Urgent booking. Once you have an event which is either public or private that can occur within 24 hours, the musician will charge you for the following. He will give you the pricing details privately, and he will also charge for the transportation costs, and last but not least, an extra urgent booking fee of $30. If you are located out district, the customer will get a quote and to provide the full payment before the musician leaves his hometown. Hotel accommodation is also required. The full payment must occur via online banking transfer, stating in Section 2D to confirm that date. Providing performances in San Pedro and Kikaka. Whenever the musician provides live saxophone performances in San Pedro and Kikaka, the musician must ensure that you need to meet those requirements. The requirements are as follows. 1 golf cart for the musician to move around the islands, 1 round-trip plane ticket via Maya Island Air or Tropic Air. Water taxi rides no longer accepted as of December 31st, 2025. 1 hotel room, 1 food and beverage. If you are unable to provide a golf cart, then you will be asked to pay the musician another contribution of $60 to help cover for taxi. If you are unable to provide a hotel room, then you will be asked to pay the musician an additional $150 so he can find a room for the night to stay in those islands, stated in Section 4C. Failure to present those requirements mentioned above will result in future performances being denied and will be cancelled. Cancellation of performances. If you are planning to cancel a performance or a show, please ensure that you notify the musician within 1 week ahead of the date of performance. If you plan to have the event postponed, please notify the musician 1 week ahead of time. You will be required to reschedule the event within 15 days before setting a new date. Failure to reschedule the event will result in performance being forfeited and will result of cancellation of future performances. Last minute cancellations will no longer be accepted beginning January the 1st, 2026. Liability. The musician will not be held liable for any form of false allegations made against the musician. This can lead to a court case for defamation of character and libel. The musician is of good fame and reputation for all the hard work he's done, providing good quality of live performance in your area. Section 13. Fundraiser performance. Whenever the musician performs for a fundraiser event in Belize City, the musician will not charge for an hour nor transportation. Events being organized by places such as Haven House, Belize Cancer Society, Belize City Lions Club, Kidney Association Belize, or any other of those charitable organizations. All of this is for a worthy cause. Whenever the fundraiser performance is held outside Belize City, the musician will only charge for transportation costs in each destination, and a hotel accommodation must be provided at all times. So if I have a performance coming up at one of those fundraiser events that is outside of Belize City, you'll be asked to pay for transportation cost and to provide a hotel room, or you pay an extra $150 for me to find a room or a place to stay for the night. Failure to meet those requirements mentioned above can result in denial of performances and will also result in cancellation. Those are the rules and guidelines that will come into force on the start of January 1st, 2026. Thank you for your support or understanding. If you have any questions or any concerns that you want to ask, or you have something you want to say, please don't hesitate to contact me via call, text, or WhatsApp at 611-5192. That is 611-5192. Or you can contact me on Facebook at Allan Di Real McCoy saxophone musician, Instagram Allan Di Real McCoy, or email address is allanmccoy17@gmail.com, and I will respond to your messages right away. Thank you very much for your kind understanding and support, and I'm looking forward to serve everybody. I'm serving you, and I'm going to serve the general public here in 2026. My name is Allan McCoy, saying thank you for listening to those rules and guidelines that will be forwarded to you. Thank you.